My pranams to all Atma Jyotis, divine light of the self. I welcome all of you for this 17th year Gita Jayanti celebration. 17 years of teaching of Bhagavad Gita. 17 years of taking the light of Gita to many people, many homes. On this occasion, we are starting the light of the self, Gita Jyoti society, to take it further. Now, what is the purpose of this whole society and why we are doing this? There is a story in Mahabharata. There is a story. Mahabharata war is over. Most of the enemies are dead. Mahabharata war is over. Duryodhana and Kauravas are defeated. Arjuna is very happy that they have won the war. It's a celebration time. So Arjuna tells Krishna, okay, let us celebrate. Celebrate the victory. I have won the great war of Mahabharata. Arjuna says, Shri Krishna, please get down from the chariot. Let us go for celebration. Shri Krishna says, Arjuna, first you get down. Okay? Arjuna doesn't understand why. Okay, get down. So then Shri Krishna gets down. The moment Shri Krishna gets down, the entire chariot of Arjuna gets burnt. It's not an ordinary chariot. It is gifted by Devatas. It's not an ordinary chariot. On the chariot, Hanuman is sitting. What happened to the chariot? The chariot was attacked by many weapons. Very powerful weapons, divine weapons. But nothing happened to the chariot. Why? Because the chariot was protected by the presence of Sri Krishna. No weapons could destroy the chariot. But the moment Krishna got down from the chariot, the entire chariot got burnt. Arjuna was throughout protected by presence of Sri Krishna in that war. And that war was a terrible war. Very powerful weapons were used. But no weapon could touch, destroy Arjuna's chariot. In a sense, when the protection of Bhagavan is there, nothing can touch us. We can fight in the war of life with the protection of Bhagavan. That is a message. But then how did Arjuna get the protection of Bhagavan?
Namaste.
How did Arjuna get the protection of Shri Krishna? Arjuna got the protection of Shri Krishna when he surrendered totally to Shri Krishna. Sarva dharman parityajya mamekam sharanam braja aham tvam sarva papebhyo mokshayishyami mashuchaha. When we surrender to God, Ishvara, you are given total protection. This surrender means protection. If we surrender to God, we will be protected in life. Life is like a war. So many things happen. So many disturbances will happen. But the question is, do we surrender? Or we say, I surrender, but really do we surrender? So, the question of surrender, we have to ask ourselves, what exactly is surrender? And do we really surrender? If you surrender, every minute you are protected. That's the guarantee given by Sri Krishna. Sarva dharman paritijya mamekam sharanam vraja. Aham tvam sarva papebhyo moksheshame. Surrender means what? What is meaning of surrender? This surrender means I am not the doer, I am not the enjoyer, I am not the knower. Naham karta, naham bhokta, naham dnata. I am not the doer, not the enjoyer, not the knower. Then what am I? This body-mind complex is an instrument of God. The God is the one who operates
Namaste.
this. So that understanding is called surrender. Naham karta, harireva karta. I am not the doer. God alone is the doer of the doer. Through this instrument called body and mind, the God is the charioteer, driver, who is sitting in this body and mind. The consciousness, Ishvara, is operating through this. Do we get this confidence? Do we have this confidence? So then, you are very well protected. So there is a story. Somebody goes to mountaineering and there is a snowfall. He is trying to survive. Avalanche is there. Finally, he catches hold of a tree, a branch, survives. Below is deep valley. So this God, oh God, I am surrendering to you. Please save me. Please save me. Oh God, Bhagavan, I am surrendering to you. I have total surrender for you. Please save me. Then suddenly there is a voice from the heaven. My dear child, do not be afraid. Leave the plant, leave the branch. You leave the branch. This guy gets frightened. Oh, Bhagavan, I asked you to surrender and make me survive. Now, if I open my hand, I am gone case. Then what surrender is this? So, next day morning, the snowfall has stopped and many people are coming to find out these people. There's one body hanging from a tree, okay? Just 2 feet below, there's a ground. If he had released the hand, he would have survived. Now he's frozen to death. So when you surrender, there's a deeper inner intuition opens up. The deeper inner wisdom opens up. But what happens to us? Our mind is so noisy, we do not listen to the inspiration and wisdom coming from within. We are afraid. So there's a conflict between the voice of God and noise of the mind. In that conflict, we listen to the noise and we say we surrender, but really the surrender has not happened. If you listen to the voice of God, you are in tune with the voice of God, there is the protection. Every moment, every second. Like Arjuna was protected in the Mahabharata war, completely, total protection. Do we have that surrender? The moment something comes, we are afraid. Fear comes. The fear comes from the ego. The surrender brings the strength, inner strength. Surrender brings the peace. What exactly happens when you surrender? You see the ocean. Ocean has waves. Big wave, small wave. But if you go deeper into the ocean is very silent. There are no waves there. The ocean is serene and silent. At the surface level of the ocean, there is a big wave and small wave. At the deeper level of the ocean, there is no movement at all. You can't even understand the ocean is so silent and peaceful at the deeper level. Same is true for our mind. At the surface level of the mind is full of noise, turbulent waves, big wave and small wave. Turbulence is there at the surface level of the mind. But if you go a bit deeper into the mind, there's total stillness, total silence. That's actually the God, the Ishvara. Just behind your turbulent mind, the God is there, Ishvara is there in the form of stillness, in the form of peace, in the form of silence. But we don't touch that level of inner silence. We keep on going back to the surface level where the turbulence is there, where the fear is there. If you have surrendered, you'll sink deeper into that inner silence. You go deeper and deeper and deeper where there is silence and peace. The Ishvara, the God alone is there. It's like a state of deep sleep. In deep sleep, there's no body. But if you are able to go to the deeper inner silence in the fully waking state of our mind is totally noisy. If you are able to sink into that silence in the waking state, that's called Jagrata Sushupti, waking sleep. Then you are connected to the God. You are connected to God all the time, but I know that I am connected to God. In that silence, you are one with God. It's called Jagrata Sushupti or Samadhi. That's the real meaning of surrender. It's not a state of inertia. It is not a state of inactivity. You are fully active, but the God operates through the body-mind complex, not individual. The moment ego comes, individual comes. The moment fear comes, individual comes. The moment anxiety comes, individual comes. The moment past and present comes, individual comes. That's why we have to learn the art of total surrender. In that surrender, what happens? The deepest silence, the wave is small. The wave has a limitation. Wave has a form. But the deeper silence is infinite. It is present everywhere. So in that silence, the universe functions through you. The God alone operates through you. Naham karta, harireva karta. The God alone functions through the body-mind complex in that inner silence. When you operate as an individual, lot of effort is required because you are individual. When the cosmic consciousness or God consciousness operates through you, the infinite wisdom or infinite intelligence operates through you. When you operate as an individual, you are limited. When you are operating as a cosmos, you are infinite. You touch every aspect of creation, even though you are a limited body-mind complex. Body-mind complex is limited, but the inner consciousness is touching all aspects of creation. In that silence, in that surrender, there is no individual. There's only Ishvara, cosmic consciousness operating through the body-mind complex. That is the meaning of surrender. When you surrender, you are not there. God alone is there, operating through the body-mind complex. If your anxiety is there, fear is there, again you are at the surface level of mind. When you surrender, the fear drops. When you surrender, the anxiety drops. And in that deepest silence, the cosmic consciousness or Ishvara operates through you. That's where it is called grace, synchronicity. The meaning of grace is many things happen in your life. They're called meaningful coincidences. There are no coincidences. Something, somewhere, somebody comes into your life at that point of time They are meaningful to you because they help your evolution. They help that meaningful coincidence will happen in your life. Many, many small things will come, but each of them add a beauty and value to you. The grace is a right thing happening to you at the right time, in spite of you, not because of you. Because the cosmic intelligence working through your body-mind complex. The cosmos, when God operates, somebody who is required to come in your life will come. First of all, you don't even know he exists. Something which is required to you will appear. There's a story in Mata Amritanmayi's life. One person had a cancer. One person's mother had a cancer. He is a doctor in California. He hears mother has a cancer and he comes to Kerala, Amritapuri. And then his mother is healed because of presence of Amritanandamayi. Mother Amritanandamayi is an ocean of love. The love and compassion heals. The love and compassion heals our life, our relationship. If you are hurt in life, if there's anger in life, actually the love and compassion is missing. The ocean of love healed his mother. So the doctor is surprised. He says, I want to do service to the ashram. Then Amritanandamayi says, go and stand there, build a hospital there. So if he goes there, there's only waterfront, backwater. Nothing is there. What to do? Then many people will come, they start doing service, the backwater is cleaned, and a building starts coming up. Now the doctor has a problem. Medical equipments, ultra-modern equipments require a lot of money. Each of them costing you 10 to 15 crores. So he says to Amma that, what do I do? Amritanandamayi says, just construct a room, the equipment will come. He constructs a room, exactly at the right time the equipment comes. That's how ultra-modern hospital was constructed in Kerala. Ultra-modern hospital was constructed in North India. Government with a lot of money, businessmen with a lot of money cannot do. What was possible? The possibility, impossible becomes possible with the grace, the infinite grace. Infinite grace will bring what is required at a given point of time, right moment, but in spite of you as an individual effort. You have to do individual effort, but operation happens through cosmic intelligence. That's called grace. Do we surrender? Do we have concept of surrender in life? When we surrender, there's a complete trust. So Draupadi had an argument with Krishna. When Dushasana was disrobing me, Vastraparana, I cried. But you took long time to come and save me. So then she is complaining with Bhima. Bhima laughs. Krishna took time because you didn't surrender. No, I surrendered only, she says. So Bhima says, surrender means like this. He swings his mace, gada, and throws it. So, and if it falls on his head, he'll die. So if Sri Krishna has to save me, he'll save me. Just stands. Before no time, Sri Krishna comes and catches hold of the mace and says, why the hell you did it in such a hurry? So it will fall on his head and it will break. Okay, his Krishna appears and saves him. Then he says, Bhima says, the trust in God. Can you trust your life to God? That is the meaning of surrender. Our surrender is conditional. Conditions apply. So God, do this, I will surrender to you. Oh, you have surrendered, but you have not done this. Unconditional surrender So Bhima's surrender was unconditional. If the mage fallen, he said he's dead. But he's not afraid. He knows God will save him. Then Bhima tells Draupadi, you call Krishna, 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 but all the while you are trying to protect and hold your sari. But when you lifted both of your hands, called Krishna appeared. Till that time, your feeling of I am surviving. So, mana apamana, mana apamana yoho, birth and death, survival. Do you have complete trust in God? That protection will come. For that, the peace is required. Inner silence is required. If you are at the surface level of mind, the trust is not there. The trust means ability to connect with God deep inside. So there is no you. There's only God who operates through you, the body-mind complex. So then what happens? There is a saying. Repeat after me. Balam, 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 Brahma balam, Brahma tejo balam. So infinite intelligence operates through the body-mind complex. That's called Brahma bala. Then there's no individual bala, individual strength. The cosmic strength operates through them. That cosmic strength manifests as grace, synchronicity. That's called balam, Brahma balam. It's not the power, physical power. It's the cosmic intelligence which manifests through you. So when that happens, the word you say, the sankalpa you do, becomes satya sankalpa. Sankalpa means words coming through the mouth, thought, intentions. Our sankalpa, our intentions come from the ego. When the sankalpa is there for loka kalyana, inner feeling of ego is not there. There's no I, me, mine. That sense of me has dropped. How it has dropped? Nanu, nanembudu, nanalla, ideha, manabuddhi, nanalla, sachidanandatma, shivananunhani, shivoham, shivoham, shivoham. I am not there. But there is someone there. When I am not there, there is the cosmic consciousness, Ishvara is there, functioning through the body-mind complex. The ego is not there. The cosmic consciousness, Shiva, Paramatma, functions through body-mind. So in that is the surrender. The complete trust, fearless mind. Right thing will happen at the right time, at the right place, in spite of you, not because of you, not because of the individual. That's called Ishvara. Then the sankalpa coming through that mouth is called Shuddha Sankalpa, pure Sankalpa. The Shuddha Sankalpa of a person who has connected with the inner self becomes Satya Sankalpa. Satya Sankalpa means the Sankalpa of Ishvara. And why will do Ishvara Sankalpa for a lot of small things? Ishvara Sankalpa is always for Loka Kalyana. So all of us need to learn surrender. Then what happens? Yatra Yogeshwara Krishna, Yatra Partho Dhanurdhara, Tatra Shri Vijayor Bhuti, Dhruvanitir Matir Mama. In deepest silence of our mind, there's no me. There's only God, Ishvara. Ishvara is the one who sees through my eyes, hears through my ears, speaks through my tongue, feels through my body, acts through this body-mind complex. That is when you see the magic of grace, miracle of grace. If you are holding on to ego, the tiny little ego, you will not be able to get it. The sannyasa means dropping everything, holding on to God. Tapovananji Maharaj was going in Himalayan region. The monks are not supposed to carry food or money for more than one day. They have to live day by day to day, every day. Tapovananji didn't have food because tomorrow morning he'll get a food. But there was a snowstorm, big snowstorm. Then he lost his way. In Himalayan region, you lost your way, gone. Then at last moment, his last thought is, he becomes unconscious. Last thought is, hey Bhagavan, trusting you fully, I didn't carry food. Now in this snowstorm, how do I survive? After some time, he wakes up. Somebody is putting water to his face, waking up. What happens is that in that region, there were some robbers. These robbers, they rob the businessmen who are carrying goods on a mule, katte. So they saw one bundle of like thing fallen somewhere. So they thought some businessman has left something there. Then they come and see one monk is there who is unconscious. They put water to his face and give food. Impossible becomes possible. Why? In that Himalayan area, robbers coming and giving food in the snowstorm. Complete trust in God. The food will come when it's needed. This is what is for sannyasa. Can we have a sannyasa way of life in all as householders? Can we have full trust in God, full faith in God, complete confidence? Then magic happens in your life. If you don't have the trust, then you'll miss what is called grace. Grace is there all the time, but you'll miss it. I pray to God. Oh, God has listened to me or not? Is he coming or not? Oh, next moment he's coming. He's coming to neighbor. He's not coming to me. Help is coming to him. He is becoming successful. I have not become successful. These are all ego game. In my childhood, we had a garden. In the garden, we were sowing plants. We found that plants are not coming up at all. Every day we are putting water, nothing is coming out. Then we found out the culprit. My younger brother every day goes and opens and sees whether the plant is coming up or not. Okay, how will it come up? If you have trust in God, you don't keep on probing God, whether it's coming up or not. Just understand, it will come. Help will come. That is called trust, complete trust. That's called complete surrender. Now, why I am saying this surrender? Because when we surrender, when we understand, our life will be beautiful. We are living with a small ego. And nobody has told us the life of a surrender. All our schooling system, we have been told how to become a stronger and stronger ego. Compete, fight. Yes, we have to fight, but not for selfish reason, for a bigger cause, the greater cause, dharma. We have to fight for a cause much bigger than us. Nobody teaches in the schooling system. We have to live by dharma. We have to fight for a bigger cause. Why do you have to do that? Then glory of God we can see manifesting through us. If you fight for a smaller cause, you only have to fight because it's ego. I, me, mine. God says, okay, yours, take care. But if you are doing it for a loka kalyana, something greater you can see, a play of the divine. Our schooling system does not teach this. It teaches how to strengthen the ego. In our gurukula system earlier, gurukula system was called brahmacharya. Brahmacharya means, Brahman means God. Charya means living life according to God. Living life for realization of God. not by strengthening ego. In Gurukula, they learned service, learned the glory of God. So that's why many beautiful children came out of our Gurukula system. That system was destroyed in 17th century, 18th century by a Britisher called Lord Macaulay. He created a system of education where the children, Gurukula was closed, and education which is required for creating clerks to the British Empire was brought in. So the divinity is gone. Our system became deculturalized. The children became disconnected from the reality, Brahman or God. And we became slaves of British Empire. And unfortunately, even today, the same education system continues. Last week, I had a child studying in 10th standard. The child is committing suicide. Survived. Too much of pressure on the child. Study, study, study. Too much focus on marks. The child is so intelligent, he comes and tells me, why should I study? Should I study for marks only? The mother is pressurizing the child. You have to get a good mark compared to other child. What are we teaching children? Are we teaching children the inner strength? Balam, balam, brahma, balam, brahma, tejo, balam. Arise, awake, stop not till the goal is reached. That was the message of Swami Vivekananda. What does it mean? You have infinite divine intelligence in you, all of us. You are not an ordinary human being. You have the power of God in you. Our human life is to awaken that power. Experience that divine glory in our life. It's not, Bhagavad Gita is not about running away from life. Bhagavad Gita is a scripture of action. Action for a greater cause. Action for dharma. When you do that, the power of God, you play with the God. You see the glory of God in your life. An individual is called Vyakti. Vyakti. Our Gurukula system, our Sanatana Dharma is not about Vyakti at all. Vyakti Vikasa means personality development. In modern day, the Human Resources Department has a personality development program. The whole Dharma is about personality destruction, not development. What you call as person is not real. But one who operates the person, the Ishvara, is real. Instead of personality development, Sanatana Dharma is not about personal development. It's not about Vyakti Vikasa. It is Shakti Vikasa. Experience the divine glory in your life. Shakti, the power of divine. For that, you have to let go small things. Let go selfishness. Work for a bigger cause. That's called Lokahitayacha. Atmano mokshartam jagaditaya. When you work, the divine in you wakes up. The Shakti in you wakes up. The three types of Shakti. Icha Shakti, Lakshmi, Kriya Shakti, Jnana Shakti wakes up. Lakshmi, Durga, Saraswati wakes up. That is Sanatana Dharma. People think that spirituality is running away from life. No. Bhagavad Gita is a scripture of fighting. Scripture of action. So, in our schooling system, Bhagavad Gita is not taught how to have strength in our life, how to have courage in your life, how to trust in God. We don't teach. We teach ego-centeredness. We destroy the intelligence. There are 9 intelligences in the child. Our focus is entirely on the memory. The intelligence gets destroyed. How can you awaken the great power within you? That requires a system of education based on gurukula. That's why together we have created a system, new system of education called Vichara Gurukula. First Vichara Gurukula is opened up in Rajarajesh Nagar. With God's grace, we'll be able to open up many of such gurukulas. Many such gurukulas which will bring the education of divinity, glory of God in your life. At the same time, the children will be able to understand and work with the modern technology of artificial intelligence, robotics, science. So they will be very powerful, internally inside and outside. Today, so many children commit suicide. High pressure. The focus is not on Shakti Vikasa, not even Vyakti Vikasa. It's a pressurized schooling. It's called school factory. It is designed in 18th century by Lord Macaulay. We should come out of that. We should have our own Gurukula system of education with the ultra modern bent of mind, the modern technology, science. That's why there's a saying, Hosa Chiguru Haleberu Kudilu Mara Sogasu. You have to have sprouting, the new sprouting. But the deep root is required. The cultural rooting and technology both together. We have created a system of education called Gurukula. May Lord Sri Krishna bless this effort. May many more people get benefit of this effort. We have here Vijayji, Shashidharji, Arjunji, who are working towards a new Gurukula system, new Gurukula education system. Hopefully, in one day, our country will have education system, the glory of old and ancient education system, with the power of modern technology, will be able to produce very powerful, very intelligent children for creating a new India, Navya Bharat, a glorious India, Bhavya Bharat, a divine India, Divya Bharat. Please spread the word and many more people let them join. And there's an opportunity for people to open Gurukula. If you have a 3-bedroom house, you can open a Gurukula. So we'll provide the technology, we'll provide the education. All of you are welcome. A woman who has a background in counseling, who has a 3-bedroom house, and who is committed to teaching in the children of age to 5th to 12th standard. You don't need science, technology, education. That will be provided by the Purna Chetana school in Mysore. All of you are welcome. If your children are in the age group 5 to 12, you can join them. If you want to open a schooling system, you are welcome. This schooling system will be, the person who is opening will have a regular income, and this is the modern, ultra modern schooling system. So our schooling system has to build inner strength. It's not building inner strength. It is making us completely outward focused. Brahmacharya or Gurukula system was the inner focus and outer strength. Let us bring back that system. I'll give you a video, about 25 minutes of video about the schooling system. Please have a look at that. Before that, let us sit silently for 5 minutes. Close your eyes. Sit silently. Surrender to the God. Surrender to inner consciousness. Surrender to inner peace and silence. Surrender to God inside. Surrender to Guru inside. Sink deeper and deeper in the consciousness. Ocean of silence. Ocean of peace within. असतो मा सद्गमय तमसो मा ज्योतिर्गमय मृत्योर्मा अमृतं गमय। ओम शांति शांति शांति। पूर्णमदः पूर्णमिदं पूर्णात् पूर्णमुदच्यते पूर्णस्य पूर्णमादाय पूर्णमेवावशिष्यते। ओम शांति शांति शांति। ನಾನು ನಾನೆಂಬುದು ನಾನಲ್ಲ, ಈ ದೇಹ ಮನಬುದ್ಧಿ ನಾನಲ್ಲ, ಸಚಿದಾನಂದಾತ್ಮ ಶಿವ ನಾನು ನಾನೇ, ಶಿವೋಹಂ ಶಿವೋಹಂ ಶಿವೋಹಂ। ಆತ್ಮದರ್ಶನಂ ಬ್ರಹ್ಮದರ್ಶನಂ ಬ್ರಹ್ಮದರ್ಶನಂ ಸತ್ಯದರ್ಶನಂ। ಅಂತರ್ಜ್ಯೋತಿ बहिर्ज्योति प्रत्यक ज्योति परात्परा ज्योतिरेव ज्योति स्वयं ज्योति आत्मज्योति। शिवोऽस्म्यहं। लोकाः समस्ताः सुखिनो भवन्तु। लोकाः समस्ताः सुखिनो भवन्तु। लोकाः समस्ताः सुखिनो भवन्तु। हरि ओम। श्री गुरुभ्यो नमः। हरि ओम।